Happy Juneteenth, everybody. So today we're talking about a little Juneteenth history. Galveston, Texas, 1865. An estimated 1,178 slaves living in Galveston at the time. It's actually hard to get information on this nowadays because there's so many activists pushing crazy numbers. Like, I've seen up to 250,000 slaves freed in one day in Texas, where the population is like estimated 700,000 or something, and I don't even know where they get that number because it seems a little steep. And also there were so many competing factions in Texas at the time, so it would have been impossible to get a completely accurate number on how many people were there. But Galveston Island, it is a pretty accurate number because it was a hub at the time. So about 7,000 people living there. But Juneteenth as a holiday, is it legitimate? I think it is legitimate, shockingly, but not as a national holiday, only as a local holiday. When I was growing up, I went down to Galveston Island in June. There are all these picnics going on. I didn't know what was going on. I realized, oh, it's Juneteenth. And growing up in Houston, never even heard of the holiday. Just 45 minutes north of Galveston there. Never really heard of it. But down on that stretch between Houston and Galveston, all the way to the coast, they have celebrated it every year since the 1800s. So I am a supporter of Juneteenth, but only on a local level. It is truly something that belongs to Galveston. It's a Galveston tradition. It's not a national tradition. And it doesn't even make sense from the rest of the nation's point of view, because it is 2 years after the freeing of slaves. It's just the news finally reaching Texas. And it's really hard to get good information on it because they say, oh, on that day, 250,000 were freed. And that number is really steep, especially considering it took 2 or 3 years for the news to get to Texas. And then, Galveston's on an island. This is before the highways were built, so you're taking a boat out there. Even getting back to shore and telling people would take another few years. So there's really no way of perfectly knowing that information. But yeah, I'm a supporter of Juneteenth, but only in one county. And that's where it belongs to. Kind of like Mardi Gras belongs to the South. Mobile, New Orleans, Galveston. This is another thing that just belongs to one region, and you wouldn't go celebrate Mardi Gras in Ohio or Juneteenth in Ohio. You wouldn't even celebrate Juneteenth in Dallas. You're way too far from where it happened. So yeah, that's a little Juneteenth history. Y'all stay based.